everyone. I'm Brooke. I'm the director at Craigsville Library, and I'm here with Hilary and
Caitlin.
You want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
Cameron.
All right. We're doing our summer reading program. It is Tales and Tells. Now, Hilary, you're a teacher at Richwood High School.
Yes, I teach
What
science.
is your job?
I teach science, 10th through 12th grade, all the biology sciences. So, biology, forensic science, anatomy, environmental science, all that good stuff.
But you work close to animals.
Yes, we have our zoo, as we call it, and we have several guys like Bruce here that we take care of and interact with. Yes, he's very photogenic.
Yeah, I love him. What animals are in your zoo?
We have 3 bearded dragons, 3 leopard geckos, a veiled chameleon, a uromastix, a corn snake, and several fish.
Do you want there to be any more in your zoo, or what would you like to have
We're
eventually?
always up for anything. I think we really would like to have a sugar glider.
Oh, yeah.
We like the furry things too. We have to watch with them though because they're just a little more difficult to take care of. Mammals are a little tougher, but our reptile friends are pretty easy.
Now, how do you go about deciding which animals to get? Like, do you go to the pet store, or do you have to get a grant?
We do. We have, this guy was actually one of our first ones, and we got him through Pets in the Classroom grant through Petco. So we got he and his sister, Lee, that we've kind of raised them since they were just little tiny fellers. And so we got them through Pets in the Classroom grant, and then the other things we've just kind of bought here and there. Some of them we've had people have actually decided to buy an animal and then decided they didn't want to take care of it,
Oh,
so they
no.
donate it to us. So we've acquired a few animals that way too.
So how long have you been running the zoo at Richwood?
This year finished we started in 2018. We had a group of boys that it started off with a frog and then some fish, and then it just kept growing into snakes and bearded dragons and everything we have now. So we started back in 2017-18 school year.
Oh, okay. Now, do you have a favorite, like which one you'd like to play with, or just...
This guy, he's very friendly. He's one of our favorites. I like our corn snake, but I'm one of the few that will handle our corn snake, especially if he hasn't eaten for a week or so. He can get a little nippy, so... but yeah, probably either, and I like my fish too. I have a 150-gallon aquarium in my room, so it's just nice to look at and watch the fish swim.
Now, because of their care and stuff, does breeding help with their care and just basic information for them?
Yeah, we did, especially when we first started. We really had no idea how to take care of any of these animals, so we actually integrated it into our classroom, and we had our group of zookeepers actually do research on them and figure out their care and how their habitat should be. So we do that a lot. We try to incorporate research. If they have questions about them, we tell them go research it.
Have you found out any different information, like any fun facts about them?
Fun fact about these guys, you want to tell her what it is? Do you remember about his eye?
I remember.
Cameron knows.
There's a little eye on the top of their head, and you can barely see it, and it's kind of like a snake's tongue. They can sense heat and stuff.
Yeah, so they have like a third eye. You can barely see a little dot right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's their third eye. It's not a visual eye, but they can sense shadows and heat. So they're actually native to Australia, so to the desert. So when they're camouflaged, they can tell if anything's trying to fly above them too.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I know you have the Pac-Man frog too.
Uh-huh.
How does that go over with the kids? I mean, those things are big.
Yeah, this one, our guy's little.
Oh.
He's a small little guy. They want to touch him all the time, but because they don't drink water, they absorb water through their skin. There's not a lot of handling that can go on with him, but it just kills them because he's just this cute little chubby little green thing, and he just looks like he's got a smile on his face, and everybody wants to hold him. But he's one we try to get animals that the kids can hold and interact with. but our Pac-Man frog's a little more ornamental. So he's just for looking. He's not as much for holding.
Now, you don't have like any turtles or anything, right?
We don't. We had a turtle for a little while. We had,
It was
you know,
mean.
people would it would escape. We had it in a pool and it would escape. And
Our dad had to catch it one day.
yeah, we couldn't find it for a long time. It was stuck under a cabinet. And so we ended up it was a red-eared slider. So we put him back into the wild. And we'll do that sometimes. Kids will bring in salamanders and things like that. And we'll keep them for a little while and then release them back into the wild.
That's really cool.
So, yeah.
Now, I want to ask a personal question. Since we are at the library, do you have a favorite book?
Oh, gosh. One of my all-time favorites is The Hobbit. That's always been one of my favorite books.
Really? That's like a classic.
Yeah.
What about you? Do you have any favorites?
You like your biscuit books.
Those are good. What about you?
The Hunger Games.
Those are really good. I agree. Those
So
are one of
his
my
favorite.
favorites. Have you read the new one?
I'm reading it.
I have not started.
He's in the middle of it right now.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in. I cut myself out, but thank you for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
I'm real excited. So, you can join us every Thursday. I believe you can pick up your summer reading bags. And then we're hoping to have more interviews that you can tune into. I hope you guys enjoyed this.